Welcome to Nico Cosmica. This is the frequency forecast for November 2nd, 2023. Start with random tarot. We have the Ghost or Two of Swords. So defending oneself against the past. The Chariot in reverse. So something didn't go someone's way. We have something's not going anywhere. So maybe the need to be defensive, whatever caused it, you're still in the middle of it as far as the narrative is concerned. Let's see what else we have. We have the Hierophant. There could have been a voodoo practitioner or a warlock involved who's either passed away or who has found God. And so they no longer feel that it is of good conscience to still do the magic, or they are with God, meaning they're dead. Not to laugh, but if you're doing harmful, painful magic, there's always a price to be paid. It could have been someone who was trying to be a practitioner, was using sex magic to either get released or get someone else released. That's odd. Okay. But someone wants to walk away from two cards, all of that. What do we have? But they're not able to walk away because they either are owed money or owe money to someone for work done. It is not a love relationship. It's not a love situation. Oh. Wait. They. Okay. Let's back this up. Because this is who they were doing it against. The Queen of Cups. A water sign. Let me see what the next card is. They were either doing it against her or they were doing it for her. So let me see. Hold on. It's not always that. Where are we going with this? This is interesting. Okay, let's just check this out. Okay, so I'm going to go with the original narrative because nothing else is really coming out. I've checked the next several cards. So, regarding the Queen of Cups, let's figure out what this is. Two of Swords, defending against ghosts of the past. Chariot reverse, could have been a car broke down, could have been a situation with a car. Centaur's reverse, so I don't think it's dealing with horses. Could have been a Cancerian gone sideways. Possibly had been using magic of some form or religion. There was no leaving that. They were stuck doing that. And the reason was either they bound themselves through sex magic, they liked the sex magic, they liked this person, they did not want to be unbound by them, but they did walk away or wanted to walk away, but they were owed money. They were not in love with this person, and that's where we get the Queen of Cups. So what is about the Queen of Cups? What do we need to know? Six of Pentacles, give and take. So they wanted the Queen of Cups to give them something, and she refused, and they trapped her in a web. Let's see, what was this web about? Well, there was a fight of some kind. We have, about her romantic options. So maybe this Queen of Cups wasn't in love with the practitioner or the Cancerian. She wasn't in love with them and wasn't going to give her Ace of Cups to them. And they didn't want her to have any romantic options. They wanted her hung up, on the web. They wanted her, or they put her on the dark web. That could be too, because we have the Hanged Man, so they want her stagnant. There could have been some revenge porn, possibly, some really hardcore like bondage or S&M stuff that they put on the dark web of her. We have Jinn energy. This might be who they're giving their offerings to. But now they need to defend because, Jinn energy is very, very different than deities. And so when one is working with jinn, well, I should back that up. Humans are very odd when it comes to working with deities, because humans think, oh, if I give you this little piece of bread, deity, you'll do my bidding. No. And that goes all the way up to, oh, I'll take this other person or other animal and I will sacrifice them to you. How is that a sacrifice? The only thing you're doing is disavowing yourself from the Christian God or the Judaic God by disobeying the commandment of thou shalt not commit murder, specifically when regards to a fellow human or a fellow being. Other than that disavowing, you're not actually sacrificing anything. You're sacrificing of another person. So you yourself are coming out of that totally fine and expecting even more based on having taken from someone else. So you are a thief, if not a thief and a murderer, who's now wanting to give that of others to get for yourself. So you're coming out of this tarnished and expecting rewards. And then you think there's going to be no price because you supposedly paid it from someone else's home, someone else's money, someone else's flesh or blood, and that you are the one who's now deserving. That is not how this works. That's just such a twisted human way of thinking. And like yesterday, it's in dealing with an empress. Now, the empress in this reading could have been the Queen of Cups who has evolved into empress. This is all over the board, so it's hard to really get a take on this, except there's a Queen of Cups involved, and she may or may not be the empress. She's not in sorrow, and they were trying to bring sorrow regarding a child, potentially, or a new relationship. These people just get sick in the head. You know, if it's not meant to be, it's not going to be. Yeah, they were trying to put an end to a mother-child relationship. These people are just twisted. That's not how it works. I mean, if you think about it logically, right? If you get out of the ego head of I deserve, I'm entitled, I will get. Even, as I would say to a Satanist, where do you think you're getting your power from if you're a satanic witch? This energy, this current that people say they're taking from, it's not just yours. You're not this soul deity who has all the power to control this energy. This person that you're working against can just as easily grab the current and charge it against you and get yourselves into a witch war. Humans are very confused about how this all works. But let's see what's happening. They're not going to leave her out in the cold either. As I've been saying for months, this ish isn't going to work. Try as hard as you might. There is a covenant in place. And whatever this covenant is, it's going to protect this woman and her child. So this may have been a group who for aeons, ever going back to the story of Mary and Jesus, whatever their names actually were, whomever they actually were, this may have been a group who's constantly targeting this woman and this child. It may be the bloodline, that they come from the bloodline of a mother and child who have been constantly targeted by this nasty, twisted, demented group. And this group does not understand magic. It's almost like they read Magic for Dummies and thought they were magicians. I mean, that's how it's feeling. It's not to insult anyone, but it feels like they read Magic for Dummies, boosted each other up, got real hyped, and then went after these innocent people and said, oh, we're going to sacrifice them, and that'll be our sacrifice, and this deity will reward us. Jinn do not like humans. If you read any of the mythology, and in fact, nothing says jinn, fairies, anybody helps humans willingly. It's always in return for a favor done or in return for giving them something. And honestly, think about it logically. Would you work for a piece of bread? Sure, if you were starving. But if you're not, would you work for some little bits and baubles? Would you work for some milk and honey? I mean, this is just idiocy that's being put forward. But this is what people think. And not only that, but they think they control these deities. So get this straight. this deity that you're calling for help, right? You're calling this deity for help. So you yourself do not have the power to make this happen. You're calling this deity for help, but now suddenly you're in control. So you didn't have enough power to make the change that you're requesting this deity for, but now you suddenly are so powerful that you control this deity. It makes zero sense. Anyway, let's get some energy for today. We have the High Priestess of Earth, so needing grounding. Obviously I do. Beauty, your beauty treatments need some attention. You're not feeling really beautiful or lustful right now, but you are feeling playful. So maybe you want to flirt, feel good, work on yourself. There's no conclusion right now. So it's a work in progress. And that is the energy for today. That's the frequency. I hope you enjoyed. Keep on shining, and thank you.